Gunsabarika. Don't ask me what language that is, but I used to work with a lady. I think it means good morning.
Good morning. What language?
I'm not sure. There's some, maybe Korean. I'm not sure.
I don't know.
I'm gonna have to ask Kokona when I see her.
She don't speak. She's Japanese.
Oh, she Japanese? But they do K-pop.
Man, I've been told that they don't do K-pop. They do X-pop.
X-pop. They changed it. Okay. I like Kokona either way.
Music is fantastic. But anyways, we're not here for that right now. We are here to talk about this whole situation going on at ESPN. This is our pop culture segment, guys
Okay. It's for the guys
and gals.
and the gals. Yeah, because a lot of women are in the sports now.
Everybody's in sports. Sports is fantastic. So, what's going on? Tell me about it.
Oh, Joy Taylor
Joy Taylor.
allegedly
Yeah.
had a lot of, but she put herself out there in an interview saying that she'll take care, that's what she does,
What she said in the interview?
like she'll take care of guys or whatever she got to do to get it done. So I'm surprised that, well, I'm not surprised because first, allegedly, she was with Shannon, right?
Okay.
And then, what's his name? Skip
Offered a $1.5
$1 million. 1.5
million?
Ain't no coochie worth 1.5.
Like she's cute. She's a cutie.
She's okay.
But she's not.
He could have flew somewhere and got better than that.
1.5. First of all, I'm not spending 1.5.
I'm not spending 0.5.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, 0.5.
I thought you put the point in it.
Come on.
Man. Dude lost his cotton.
He ain't got no game.
Man, he
He
got.
should have gave him that for free.
So it caused me to look up because a lot of people said, and I'm gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
Who is Skip? But I had to go do some Google. I did my Googling. That's the word, Googling. And Skip is a bad journalist. He was a badass journalist.
What do you mean, like
bad? Good, bad. Like he won a lot of awards. A lot of times, I can even read it because I Googled him. Googled him.
What you
to
know?
Understand why is this guy sitting across from Shannon?
Well, because they put him on, and it wasn't too many networks you could watch. So it wasn't like you had a choice of 5 different networks. It's like who's ever on those channels, everybody's going to watch either way. Whoever.
But still, I had the person that enjoys entertainment in me wanted to know who the hell is this dude.
But have you been watching him for years and years and years?
He only been on ESPN for like 8, 6, 7 years. It wasn't that long.
I know him a little bit longer than that. He's been on longer on that.
I didn't know he was on.
I've seen him as a commentator for like years and years.
Okay.
I just felt like I didn't like him because he was always so negative when it came to the players. He would talk about what I don't like about when they talk about the black players who are probably the best players in these leagues. They bring up, his father was a crackhead or just something negative, and they take personal jabs at it. Like I remember he was talking about Lamar Odom. See, because Lamar Odom's been out for a while, right?
Yeah.
And no, I'm sorry. Who was he talking to? He was it was Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
So he made some nickname Westbrick because he wasn't hitting shots during that period as much. And Russell Westbrook was like, you disrespecting my name, and my name is my legacy, and this is how I feed my family. So he was very negative, very detrimental when it came to a lot of the players. I didn't really like him. When Shannon started working with him, I liked the banter between both of them until the point where he got mad at him that day. Do you see when he got mad at him?
I did see that, and people are teasing that. They're making memes about it in reels, saying that was due to because he had next.
Because he looked like he was telling him to shut the fuck, and then he pulled back,
Yeah.
And then you knew that was the end of that
whole
chemistry. Era. Yeah, he crossed the line. Yeah.
I just didn't understand why this guy was sitting across from Shannon. But I can read you some of his accolades. So
He put Shannon on. He put what's his name? Steve Smith?
Stephen A. Smith.
Stephen A. Smith. He put Stephen A. Smith on. So yeah, I know his accolades.
So he got, his accolades.
Yeah.
Right? The man got accolades. So he could, I understand why he sat across from him now. But so the whole thing was going, so want to hear what Stephen A. Smith says?
Yeah, let me see what Stephen said.
Have to get into today, and I'm definitely going to get into it, but we all know where we got to get started on this particular day, and that's getting started with the lawsuit, the recent lawsuit filed against Fox Sports, and several current and former personnel there, including my former colleague, the one and only Skip Bayless. The 42-page document filed by a woman named Nusheen Faraji, a former hairstylist for the company, cites several instances of workplace misconduct. The suit names several defendants, including Fox Sports Executive Vice President Charlie Dixon and host Joy Taylor. Faraji alleges Dixon grabbed her behind at a birthday party, and when she relayed the encounter with Joy Taylor, the Fox host allegedly told her to, quote, get over it. And that is where I feel compelled to begin today. There's been a lot of reaction to this story all over social media.
Yeah. That was the allegations.
Oh, okay. So that's why she filed the suit?
Yeah, due to the butt grab.
Okay. Grabbed the butt at a party.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He grabbed the butt at a party, and for that, she got a 42-page lawsuit.
Well, there's other things that occurred. I think it was more than that. It's a lot more.
Well, so, yeah, well, you know what? I'm sorry.
That was one of the main issues that occurred.
You don't know what she's been going through since she's been there.
Yeah.
But how did she get there?
I mean, I don't know. I think she didn't get there that way. Supposedly.
Somebody put her on, right?
I have no clue.
She wasn't a journalist prior to that.
Oh, you talking about Taylor? I'm talking about the lawsuit. Taylor is not the one with the lawsuit.
Oh, okay.
It's the other young lady. I think I believe she's a makeup artist.
Oh, a makeup artist? Oh, man. I got to get a job somewhere connected. I could have been a janitor and said he touched my butt or something.
This story.
It's the cancel culture. But in all honesty, if they did it, get that money. Because he shouldn't have done it.
I guess she will get money after. But
she going to get paid.
Yeah.
They're going to pay her, depending on how it's going, just to keep the name relevant. You know, they can't have a black eye and know that. So I'm thinking they're going to, I guarantee you they'll settle this out of court.
Do you think, okay.
Yeah, they don't want that going.
Wow, you think they'll settle out of court? That's okay.
Yeah. What did Puffy do when the girl took him to court?
He paid.
Because he knew that he was foul. He'd been doing foul things. Well, allegedly.
The issue with Puff, though, they had that. I watched the Puff documentary.
Uh-huh.
I watched one of them. I ain't finished it because it gets a bit intense. My stomach can only take so much. You know what I mean? With certain topics, I'm like, especially when it comes to kids, I can't get down with that. That's not my thing.
Oh, yeah.
So,
they got to keep him in solitary because if you do something with kids, then there's an X on your back.
Well, anyway, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I lost my train of thought. You told me that. Yeah, that's true.
Did we watch what Steve Smith said yet?
We'll finish it up.
Oh,
and I'll come back to what I said. He said he had a lot more to go.
Has it been about Charlie Dixon? Not that much. Has it even been about Skip Bayless? Not that much at all. Has it been about Fox Sports overall? Really, not that much at all. It's all significantly paled in comparison to the level of vitriol, venom, insults, and beyond aimed at one Miss Joy Taylor. And that's why I want to bring on my next guest. I shouldn't call her a guest. She's a journalist. She's a former news anchor in Atlanta.
That's pretty much all I wanted to understand, what the issue was, what exactly was going on. So what did you know about all of it before you got into it?
Well, you heard rumors that it was happening, and I mean, to be honest,
what's going on in society right now with this?
Same thing that's been going on since the beginning.
Beginning
know,
of what? Beginning of what year?
beginning of television, movies.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
If you want to get on, I'm not saying this is her thing, but if you want to get on, a lot of times you got to do what it takes or get into those meetings.
There was always a red couch factor
Yeah,
involved throughout time.
yeah.
Why is it actually being brought to light now? What do you think that's occurring? Because I grew up always, even as a kid, there was always the joke as a kid when you're like, oh yeah, you want to do something. Like I had family members that did go to TV.
Yeah.
But then the joke was you always hear, some people go on TV, and this is not to my family, just people always have that TV stigma that you got to do something to be popularized on television. And now it's like, okay, but yeah, there's some places where this has been happening.
Well, this is cancel culture because isn't that what Weinstein? Isn't that what he did?
But he was actually, I think he was raping.
He was telling them if you want to get in the movie.
But he was also raping people. Too.
Okay, I'm not saying that.
I don't want to say the word. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that. Let me take that word back. But he was saying that we was doing that word. Yeah.
But also, a lot of the women, that's how the only way they could get into the movies. They could get that opportunity because a couple models were like, "Yeah, he put me in that situation," and I said, "Look, I'll do it another way," and they just did it another way. Bill Cosby, all the women went to his hotel because of what? They wanted to get on the Cosby Show.
That's what was going on?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
like those women that were
Hold
going
on. Wait a minute. There were a lot of white women. They were going to be on the Cosby Show as who?
No, but I'm saying, I'm not saying these are the people that he did it to, but everybody that went. If you look at the old series of Cosby Show, all the models, Gabrielle or whatever her last name is,
they were on the Cosby Show.
She went. All of them. That was a way into the business through the Cosby Show. All those young actresses.
Who were they?
Went through the Cosby Show.
Were they extras? There must have been
like Lisa Bonet. I'm not saying Lisa Bonet. I'm just saying. Jada Pinkett went through the Cosby Show. That's how she got her on.
But who was she? She was a friend of whose friend was Jada Pinkett?
I don't know, but she
was on.
She was on the Cosby Show.
She was on the
like
Cosby
they got their start.
platform.
They got their start
via the Cosby platform.
Yes,
because Jada Pinkett was on A Different World.
But where did A Different World stem from?
Cosby
Show.
That's what I'm saying.
So he had control of all that.
So
there were some models, some supermodels.
But it was a bunch of older white women that came
But
forward.
no, they came forward after they were older. But he did this when they were younger. It was like 20, 30 years.
So you're saying that all the women came forward to get their money?
No, what I'm saying is the casting couch.
We've always known about it.
It was a casting couch.
We've always known about
it.
We've always known about it. But my question is, once again, why is it all coming to light now? Because 2024, 2025.
Because now you can put these people on blast where before you didn't have a platform to do it.
Where they be putting on blast at then?
You can just go on social media. Before, like how many women accused Bill Cosby that said they went to the authorities back in the day, but it never got into the media because he had control. He had $1 billion. He can control that. He has a lot of power. So the people in power control the media, and I'm sure they're all friends. So that's why it never came to light. Bill Cosby's perversion came to light from that comedian exposing it, Hannibal Buress. He's the one that put that out there that sparked the fire that ignited the.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Man, what a crazy time we're in, man. But once again, I'll just always say that I've always heard of it. That was always like a running joke in a lot of families, and I know a lot of people probably heard that running joke that there's a casting couch.
There is a.
And now all of a sudden, we're hearing about them, and then we're hearing about some crazy perversions. Because even this situation just makes me think about all the other stuff that's going on. And it's crazy that this is going on at ESPN. My shocker was the $1.5 million offer. That made absolutely.
He was pressed.
I hope that was just a joke.
He must have heard something like she had sparks flying, something. Boom, 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 boom.
Like that doesn't make
1.5 million?
what?
He must got a lot of money.
he got stupid money.
I mean, like Steven. I like Steven. He's pretty good.
If he's offering 1.5 million, he's getting paid too much money.
I don't know.
He's getting Skip. I'm sorry, Skip.
Well, they
He's
kicked him
paid.
off. They kicked. He has a podcast, but he doesn't.
I don't care if he has a
He
podcast.
doesn't.
If you off Skip, man, that's the most foolish thing to ever do. The most foolish thing I ever heard in my life was that offer in price.
Hey, they press, man.
That's
And
beyond
Stephen A.
price.
I just want to say this: dude, they let him get away with that snatchback ass haircut. I almost let my hair grow out, and I was like, my snatchback ain't as far back as his, but he got money, so I guess he can get away with it. But damn,
You got a snatchback? Is what you call it?
no, I mean my hairline is not as far back as his. It's like Tennessee. Mine is kind of closer to Mississippi somewhere. I was like, damn, I should go ahead and
He's
grow
called-
it out.
I'm still stuck at the snatchback. So what is your snatchback?
He got snatched back.
What is your snatchback?
Mine is like
That's your snatchback.
mine like about an inch before Steven's.
I've never seen you with hair, so I didn't know. You don't even.
I had it
You,
like
you
a.
don't even let a little like a centimeter.
I let it
hair.
grow, but you know what? It's depressing when it grows, and it doesn't grow like it used to grow when you were young. Like I remember when you had a. Okay, guys, every man gets his hairline from his mother's father.
Mother's father. Yeah, I heard that before. Too.
That's in your DNA.
yeah, mother's father.
So my hairline started to look like my grandfather. I was like, oh hell no. But I started shaving way before my hairline started receding. That's why I didn't know.
Receding.
And it didn't bother me as much until I let it grow. Yeah, so
Man, 1.5.
that's a lot of money.
Crazy word. Awful.
He
awful,
must have been pressed.
awful price.
Maybe she looks better in person.
I don't care. I don't care if she looks like the Mona Lisa.
She got that fire.
I don't care if I don't care if that shit's dragon fire. I'm not offering 1.5. I'm not offering 1.5. My man lost his cotton picking, yo. This boy is out of control. Somebody need to get him a financial advisor now.
He must have really been pissed. I mean, wanting that.
He wanted it better more than anything.
1.5? I wonder what did he start with? I give you
So
100,000.
my question is, did she take up the offer?
She said no. She didn't even give it to him.
She said
She
no,
know that
no,
it ain't
1.5.
worth 1.5.
You think she even knew it was not worth more?
She knew it wasn't worth it. But you know what? She got standards, right? It was like she don't mind getting with these guys. That's her choice. That's her prerogative. She's a grown woman. She can make her own. She can sleep with whoever she wants to sleep with.
Yes, she can. Yeah.
But the guy she slept with didn't look like Skip. Shannon should have said, "Yeah, Skip,
He probably
Yeah.
did. Yeah, Skip. That's why they gonna fight
Skip.
you in the joint. Skip.
Skip."
Oh my God, everybody, that was our take on that, man. Yo, so let's get back into one more reaction. We got some Caitlin Clark coming up.
Oh, I love Caitlin.
Let's talk about some Caitlin Clark coming up next.
I love Caitlin Clark.
Thank everybody's been tuning in. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe down there below. Appreciate you. Peace.
Good ones.